Lori, we've got Lori Webster here with us. She just finished up the program. You are now at around 23 pounds that you have lost. And so what made you want to do the program in the beginning?
I had tried multiple other things. I even hired a personal trainer. I did that for 14 months consistently. And the lowest I would ever get to would be 208 pounds. And it just didn't, after the pandemic, their schedule changed. It just didn't fit well with my life anymore. And they didn't really break down and teach you your food, which is probably more important than anything else. They were mostly focused, on the working out aspect and things like that.
Okay. And so what obviously we've lost 23 pounds at this point, and we are continuing the journey. So what results have you seen overall on top of the 23 pounds that you've lost now?
I've noticed my abdomen is much smaller. I've had 3 kids, so you notice that a lot of people call it the fupa. Mine isn't as noticeable. It's more flatter now. And I always called it my fat back crack. So I can definitely tell by how many fingers I can put in that crack. I've lost weight. It's everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's when your love handles meet down with your back, but it's still there, but it's not as prominent as it once was.
Sure.
I feel better. I do feel better. Some days I have more energy.
Good.
I guess the basic.
And you're very, very busy too. So.
Oh yeah.
So how many sizes have you lost?
2 so far. I was bumping on a size 16, and I can now wear some 12s at times. So that feels good.
Yeah, very good. Okay. So what comments have you gotten while you've been going through this process from other people?
Well, at first people don't notice it. You'll notice changes before other people do sometimes. But even now I notice people be like, Lori, have you lost weight? And they'll be like, oh, I've lost a little bit, just the typical people see you in passing that you work with every day.
Right.
Or my sister will be like, oh, I can tell your belly fat. It's really went down and things like that.
Right. Great. So what has been the one thing that's contributed to your success?
Well, there have been multiple, but I guess support. So I drive probably an hour and 40 minutes to work. And sometimes, like right now, I stay at my sister's house. She only lives 15 minutes from where I work. But she'll ask me what my meal plans are, and I'll just send them to her, and she'll make sure that I have all that stuff.
That's fantastic.
She'll even cook my supper for me, and I'm like, oh, wow, well, that's nice. So I've had lots of support to help me through this.
That's fantastic. Speaking of meal plans, do you feel like the meal plans were a success or easy to follow?
Oh, yes, very easy.
You guys went on some vacations and things like that, and we tried to make things where you could follow them easier. Our meal plans are a template, and that you do substitutions and things like that. But at the end of the day, they are a template, and we're just trying to get you to help support you in creating that lifestyle in that first 4 months of the program with those meal plans. So I'm glad that you felt that they were easy to follow, and I know we went through some changes and vacations and things like that, and you still did great. So that's fantastic. What was your favorite part of the program?
Oh, I liked that I was openly free to say, hey, I don't like this, and without feeling like there would be some, I guess, repercussions or clapback, that it was like, oh, okay, you don't like that? No big deal. We'll toss it out. Or I could say, look, I'm craving this, and I'd really like to have this. How would I fit this into my meal plan? And you were always so quick to respond or find a way and tell me how to make it work. And it wasn't very hard at all.
Great. How's the program helped you in the future? So I know that you're continuing to lose weight. We talked about some of your goals that you want to achieve, which are definitely doable. So how do you feel that this has prepared you for the future for
that? So what I've noticed is in the beginning, it may seem difficult to follow the food plans only because you're learning. So it seems like making some of the meals take longer. But once you get used to it, you form this habit without realizing it.
Exactly.
Even when you go out to eat, you'll realize even if you do make a splurge, that you don't eat as much as you used to. You'll eat just a little bit of it, and you'll still be mindful of what you need to do.
Great. Would you recommend our program to others?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure working with you. Looking forward to meeting that new goal that we were talking about. I think we're a pound away from it or so. And then I want to see you get down that other goal that you're wanting to achieve. So looking forward to it and watching you. So pleasure having you and looking forward to continue to work with you.
That sounds great. Thank you.